dog gave him a fright. All right, so welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again for the next episode here at Seaside Alpacas. Today we do another episode of our Seaside Alpacas alphabet, or A to Z. Today is the letter C. C as in Choco. That's why Choco has to be a bit patient here on the halter. Also C as in Connie, one of our female alpacas. We're gonna introduce you to her as well a little bit later. We'll also talk about C as in cria. Cria is the word for alpaca babies. And we will show our last two crias, which are technically not really crias anymore because they're already 1.5 years old. And we might talk a little bit about C as in challenges. Challenges for, challenges that we have here running a coastal alpaca farm. Yeah, so this is his full name is Chocolate Cream Sprinkles. He was born on the Ferryford farm, which is a lovely little farm in Skull, a little bit further to the west here. And they breed and train horses. They also have a few cattle and good bit of sheep and a few alpacas. So they breed alpacas as well. It was just around when we opened with the alpaca walking tours that we bought Choco. So he has really been with us there from the beginning on. He was 1.5 years old when we started the walking tours. So basically we trained him and he joined the walking tours pretty quickly. And he's a very confident animal. He very quickly started to become the leader of the walking tours. So whenever we do an alpaca walk, there are certain characters or personalities that we have here in the herd that are confident to take the lead. Not everyone would do that. Behind me here, this is Sonny. Sonny looks like he's going to become a pretty confident leader as well. Choco actually stepped back from this role, I would say about 1-2 years ago. When Paddington came into, or when Paddington started to develop his personality, we will talk about Paddington another day, but Paddington is at the moment the most reliable and a confident leader when we take the alpacas on a walk. But Choco is still a very good second choice. I don't mean it like that, Choco. We do rotate the alpacas, especially in the summer when we have a lot of tours running daily. Even Paddington needs a break. So you need, just as in a football team, you need for each role in the group, you need more than one individual to take on that role. So Choco is one of the leaders there. What else can I say about him? We actually have his mom here as well, Sophie. Sophie is his mom, the black one. If you've seen Sophie in one of our videos, you know that she's a bit of a grumpy character. She's quick with the spitting. Choco is not, but he still has, not quick with the spitting, but he still has this kind of grumpy aspect. You can hear it now. Yeah, he's getting a little bit he's getting a little bit annoyed, and if I push him a bit more, Yeah, no, but he's very lovely. He is a bit sensitive. I always use him in the introduction when the people for the walks are here, and at the beginning we give a little introduction and show how we walk the alpacas and what to look for. And one thing that you have to look out for with alpacas, just as you have to with horses, is kicking with the back legs. It's not really dangerous like with a horse. Alpacas are obviously much smaller, but Choco is a bit quick with the kicking, and if I poke him on the back, you see that? Can show it a little bit better. You see, it will immediately trigger a little kicking. So that's why I like to tease Choco a little bit at the beginning of every tour, just to make people aware of that. Yeah, other than that, he's a bit greedy, okay? So whenever we go about feeding, he wants to have it all, basically. So he's a bit bossy as well, and that's one reason why he's actually a very proper sized alpaca. I would consider him a bit too fat at the moment. But he looks much fatter than he is, okay? Much bigger. He looks much bigger than he is, and the reason for that is that Choco has also a very dense and long and thick coat, and we are now in February, so this is you know, this is the main growth is happening now at the moment, the main growth of the wool, so they do get really fluffy. But Choco gets really nervous now because all the others are moving away, and alpacas do not want to be left behind on their own. So I think I better walk Choco closer to the others now and take the halter off, and he can join the others, and we'll head on to the females, and you can meet the females, and I'll introduce you to Connie. Come on, Choco. Head on the window street, far as it goes, you talk. Somewhere in echo, name lost out in the airflow. I keep hearing your voice in the weather, slow ghost in the static together. Every drop on my skin says remember, but you fade like a shoreline and bad reception. Now, today we want to introduce Connie and the crias. So cria is the word for alpaca foals or alpaca babies. Well, we start with Connie. Connie is one of the first two females that we purchased in 22, and that was our start into alpaca breeding. Now, talking about challenges, I would definitely add alpaca breeding and purchasing breeding stock as one of the challenges in alpaca farming, or at least for our alpaca farm here. There are very few pedigree alpaca breeding farms in West Cork. Very few. There are a few more all over Ireland, but I am not a big fan of transporting animals around for, you know, long distances. Yeah, so we started with Makana and Connie. Makana, this one here, she's actually Connie's mom. So mom and daughter we purchased, and that's actually another challenge with developing alpaca breeding, that breeding stock is very expensive. Yeah. So the other thing is that Connie and Makana, of course, are so-called Suri alpacas. So there are two types or two breeds of alpacas, the Suri and the Huacaya. The Huacaya is the common breed, so 90% of the overall worldwide population are Huacayas, and then around 10% are Suris. The difference between them is mainly their fur. So the Suris grow the fur different than the Huacayas, but we will get into that when we get to the letter S. Yeah, so let's see if we can get a bit close to Connie. So yeah, as you can see, the females are not so easy to handle as the males, not because they are females, that's just because of the setting. We keep them here on the farm, they are less used to it. So I might not even push her too much. As you can see, Connie is really tall. She's one of the biggest alpacas we have. Connie is about 4 years old now. Come on, Connie. Come on. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good job. And it's actually good for them. I mean, it might not look nice, but it's good to take every chance that we have here to get them used to being handled a bit more. So you see her initial reaction is very distancing, as it is with all alpacas, but they do get used to being handled more and more and more and more. She was used to it much more than she is now. The place where she was born, they handled them very close. So yeah, she was much more used to it, but yeah, that's been a few years now, and she will get used to it again. So you know, it's not too bad. What else can I say about Connie? Yeah, Connie is 4 years old, and if everything went well, Connie is actually pregnant at the moment. We couldn't tell 100% yet if it really worked, but that's the plan. So if everything goes well, Connie would have her first cria this summer. I think early June should be the date. Yeah, let's get to the crias. So we have two crias here that are not really technical crias anymore. Obviously this one here, this is Hazel. Hazel is Sophie's daughter, and Sophie here is actually the mom of Choco that we just introduced earlier. Okay, so Hazel is Choco's half sister. It's a different father. Come on, Hazel, show yourself. Very good. So Hazel is about 1.5 years old. She was born in July, start of July, 1st of July, 24. She is obviously a Huacaya, and that's really the main thing I can tell about her. Her father has almost the same color as Choco, and Sophie is her mom, so it's quite interesting that she came out this way. Right, and then the other cria of our last two crias. So the way we breed with the alpacas, or with the females here, is that they get a break every 2nd year. So we try to have in cria, as you would say, and we try to have them pregnant for 2 years, and then they take a year break. Sensitive issue, I guess. Everyone will do his own way with that, but that's how we decided to do it, to give the females a break, because as every mom knows, a pregnancy is a lot of work and takes a lot of nutrition from the body. So we think it's really good for them to have this year off to regenerate. there are other opinions that say, you know, if you take breaks in between, it might lead to complications with the next pregnancy. Anyway, everyone has to make his choice. But with Makana, we had this situation. So Makana had a break. Well, Makana and Sophie had a break last year, and that's why we didn't have any cria from last year, from last summer. Yeah. Now, Makana's last daughter and Connie's small sister is Matilda. This is Matilda. This one here. Oh. Very good. Very good. Good job. Good job. Clearly Matilda is a Suri alpaca, as you can see on her fur here. It's kind of hanging straight down. She's really beautiful. Very good. Good job. And yeah, she's the same age. She was born, I think, 4 weeks after Hazel. And yeah, she will have a good more, at least a year before she will be old enough or developed, grown enough to be used for breeding. Yeah, so for now it's very nice that she can stay with her sister and her mom. Usually alpacas are weaned off or separated from the moms with around 6 to 8 months. And with males, you, in a way, well, I mean, you have to do it because they could be mature enough for the mating, and you know, you want to avoid any kind of inbreeding. But in this constellation now, we were lucky. Last year's 2 years ago, the crias, they were both females, so obviously they can stay with their moms and they can just be a little family together here. So they are very familiar with each other. They are very kind of used to each other. So it would be a lot of stress for them now to separate them. And if we would ever get to that point, we will probably have to try to at least keep at least 2 of them together and not separate one of them, you know, to go to a different place or wherever we are heading for with our breeding program. Yeah. Yeah, that's really it. That's all I had in mind for the letter C today. Well, I had loads of things in mind, but that's what I decided to go for. We could add loads of things about challenges. The list is endless, but I think, as I said, every challenge has its good side as well. Okay, so we don't want to focus on that too much. Yeah, I'm gonna feed the females here now quickly, and then we close that off for today. So I hope you enjoyed that content here. If you liked it, please maybe hit the like button down below there. You know, that helps with getting the word out about these YouTube series. If you really enjoy it, you can also subscribe to the channel and follow us along. Yeah, I hope to see you next week. Until then, have a good one, enjoy your week, and maybe see you then. Bye bye.